a free T-shirt. Chris, go with it.
Well, I mean, I was thinking, like, you are a Denver native, so should we highlight some of Lorena's favorite spots around town?
All right, you ready? So this is the nitty-gritty. This is the last 20 minutes of the interview. So you've made it through the gauntlet. You're good.
You're scared.
We're not going to ask you anything about husband number 5.
No? Okay, that's you.
Again.
I say, okay,
yeah, see,
good.
Right,
you got it.
It's already done. We're not going to talk about it again. But we are going to dive in. We like to ask all of our guests some certain questions. And so Stoned Appetit this week, we want to remind our listeners, this is brought to you by the Fillmore Denver. If you want to find one of the best shows in town, the best bands, the best, biggest acts, don't be shy. Fillmore Denver's got you covered. Go follow them on Instagram at Fillmore Den and at Live Nation CO to make sure that you're in the loop on all the newest shows, free tickets, extra swag shit. I don't know. But without further ado, we dive into the Denver Hour and Stoned Appetit. Chris, lead the way, brother.
All right, so when you're not busy running your Empanada empire,
I like that.
Where is your favorite happy hour spot around Denver? Don't look to Victor.
Victor. My
Victor let her answer
guys,
this one.
remember I have 5 husbands now, so I don't go out so much for happy hour.
Husband number 2, where do y'all go for happy hour?
A ver... Adelitas, of course.
Oh, shout out to our friends at Adelita's and Palenque.
Exacto. You go too. Yeah.
So, Adelita, we want to give a shout out to our friends at Palenque. They've hosted us in the past. They have fantastic mezcal bar.
I love Brian. So, we go next to our place, and we go and visit Adelita's, and I love it.
That's a good answer.
All right.
Absolutely good at margaritas. So, yeah.
No, yeah. I feel like you can get a good marg in a lot of places, but they do have great mezcal there. So if you do like to drink it straight like some of us, just fire that right down the gullet. It works. All right, so let's say, what's the best meal you've had in Denver, top to bottom? You can't say your own place. That's a rule every time.
Okay, so the best food that I had has to do with meat. Of course.
Okay.
And the best meat here, of course, is expensive. So my best spot, and more because I know where it comes, that meat, is Fleming's. So you need to pay. It's elegant. You need to go very well, but you have a lot of bottles of wine. And that steak, oh my God. Then I went to that place, I cut the steak, and I feel at home. So for me to feel meat in the right way, on a good steak, it happens.
Here, man. Come on, we're trying. We're trying, Victor.
I know. Victor.
How do you like your steak?
I like medium.
Medium?
Sí,
okay,
sí.
So I guess...
That is jugoso. Se dice jugoso en español. Jugoso. Exacto.
I'm not trying any more words.
Diga en español. He needs to learn. Come on.
All right,
if he's going to be a husband, needs to learn Spanish.
Yeah, I'll learn some Spanish. Okay. I'll find a way.
Dale.
So we'll go from top restaurants to maybe something that flies under the radar again. Okay. You're not allowed to take your own restaurant. Okay. Chris, what's the next one? Under 10?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, so where's like your little spot where you can go in maybe with like $10 and grab a good little bite to eat?
My $10 grabbed, well, okay. Parisi. Parisi is an Italian restaurant.
Are you talking about the place right there in the Highlands?
It is.
How do you get out of there for under $10?
But, okay, 10, 13 is the same.
Okay, 13 is fair. That's fine.
13 is okay, right? Yes. Very good. Very, very, very homemade. So I'm very Italian.
What are you getting?
Over there? Oh my goodness, everything. Try the pizza, for example, margarita, but that's the real one. Ask for extra mozzarella cheese. They will probably charge you a little bit more. Doesn't matter. So we go to the 15. But it's great. It is great. It's an authentic Italian pizza. And if you go to in the pasta side, it is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. So go to Parisi. That's one of my favorite spots.
Okay, noted.
But if you added wine, of course, you go to probably $20 and then more and more and more if you add the dessert. So, but yes, sí, mucha influence of Italian things in Argentina. So yes.
All right, so I like it. That's a pretty good choice, and yeah, it flies under the radar for the price
that
range.
okay?
Yeah,
Yes,
because
good.
what we'd like to do is, like when we asked you, you chose Fleming's.
But
That's
if you
not
want
crazy.
good money, I mean, if you
I know,
want
like-
good food, come on, save a little bit and
mean,
then go. You need to try a good
But at
steak.
the same
you need
time,
to know
like you can
what it is.
technically make better bang for your
Yes,
buck at
yes,
home.
yes,
but we want
yes.
we want everybody's insights. Like we
Yes.
want to know where a lot of people know who you are and know who your restaurants
Yes.
are. We want to know what kind of makes you tick. So that's why we do this. And I think the next question is the fan of beer. And so as we start up,
Cerveza?
as we start,
Cerveza.
we're starting up the Know Your Brewer campaign. And so we would like to know, what's your beer?
Mm-hmm.
Do you drink it?
Okay, I like
Or is it
that.
just red wine?
Where-
'Cause
where
I'm a
around
red wine
town?
diet guy
Yes,
myself.
yes, yes. No, I like one. I like beer too.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm Colorado. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
I mean, yeah, you're a
Come
native.
on.
Of
I'm a
course you love
native.
beer.
Yes.
So where's your
awesome.
where do you go to grab? Where's your like favorite brewery here in Denver to grab a beer at?
My favorite brewery is. A ver.
We can start
Espera.
with what kind of beer do you
I want
drink?
to try several this time. My favorite one. Okay, hold on. Can we come back?
Yeah.
Okay,
totally.
let's go to the. Okay, yes.
All right, so the last concert you went to.
ABBA.
Fuck yeah, really? Hell yeah. ABBA? Yeah. I'm a big 80s guy myself, so a lot of our listeners, that's awesome.
Was this at Red Rocks?
Yes, I love ABBA.
Hell yeah.
Rocks. I love it.
God damn, you're cool.
Come on, guys.
I
Isn't
know,
that great?
you're awesome. I
But I
can't
can
wait to
tell you
make
which
you
one-
wife number 3.
But I will go to the Rolling Stones now in May. Come on, let me put it back.
are you
Rolling Stone and then Andrea Bocelli. Oh, come on. Yeah,
Are you going to go to the Rolling Stones?
por
at the
supuesto,
stadium?
of course. Yes.
Should we just what if No Vacancy just gets a box and we all just fill it with a bunch of degenerate wine drinkers? How's that
And
sound?
empanadas.
Oh, and fuck
Empanada.
tons of empanadas.
That's fantastic idea.
It's a great
Let's take that. Can you take
food
notes of
that pairs with wine, Chris. Did you know that?
And weed.
Hey, speaking of booze, I think Victor is going to answer that question that I had
Yeah,
for him
you know
earlier.
what? Again, number 2 has to kick in here with a little bit of information.
Dude, we got to think of something
Who's
better than
number one?
number 2 because
I
here
lost number 1.
that's not the best way to describe yourself.
Oh, hold on a second.
I like to refer to Chris as a number 2.
No. Hold on a second.
Get it? Shit?
When you know number 1, when you know husband number 1, it's an honor to be number 2.
But
Oh, you need
why
to
don't we
say
So are you B
But like when you
squad?
say when you say number 2, let's go husband B. Because
Let
number
me-
2 sounds like a
No,
number
here it is.
2.
This is
No. Not in our book.
No.
If you can walk in the shadows of husband number 1, you should be honored.
Dude, Daniel is a killer. I love that guy.
Che,
already.
hold on a
Daniel
second.
rocks.
Let's
I
talk
love
about.
I
hold
love
on.
and I do agree, but I was just thinking the phrase number 2. It makes me think of the Austin Powers movies. And then, see?
All right, see,
So
that
we're gonna-
reference goes over my head.
We're going to have to
See
go
that
husband
movie.
number 2. You got to say husband
What happened?
before it.
No.
Otherwise, it sounds
but I
weird.
don't
Just call it
remember
number
what
2.
Husband number 2.
There we go.
There you go.
Because number 2 sounds like a bowel movement.
All right, so bowel movement or not, let me give her a surprise right now.
All right, shoot.
Lorena, do you like maná?
I love maná.
Okay, see,
Sí.
we scored surprise tickets to maná for her
¿Qué?
in an actual. You didn't.
¿Vos me estás jodiendo?
No.
¿Me estás jodiendo?
In an actual. What do you call those things?
Vos me
Like
estás
a
jodiendo.
booth,
Now I'm saying bad words and you
A
didn't even
box.
know that.
Exactly.
I didn't. That's
I
not
love
fair.
that.
You got to
Me
let
estás jodiendo.
in a suite. No.
No.
Yeah, the suite, the box
Me estás jodiendo
line.
en serio.
Nope.
You got to let me know what
Maná?
these cuss
Maná.
words are.
Ah, la...
For fucking real? Something like that? What kind of
¿Qué?
word?
Sí. ¿Vos estás- So voy a ir a ver a Maná.
I feel like-
Bueno, está bien.
I don't know what
Ves,
Maná
hasta
is.
yo ahora estoy puteando y vos ni te estás dando cuenta.
And so for our Hispanic
¿Entendés?
Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
All right. Let me do a little translation
All
here.
right,
Please, I don't have a clue
Just
where we're
don't
at.
be fair.
Finally on our team.
This is fair, right?
The reason I'm sitting at this table is because very often I need to interpret for Lorena.
And us husbands need to work
and in
together.
this particular moment, she said,
Good
now
call.
I'm fucking with you. And you
I
didn't
didn't
even
even know.
That's classic number 5 problems. It's classic me.
You handle that shit.
Don't worry about that. I'll worry about the language barrier. Y'all worry about everything else. I'm not a real.
This sounds interesting.
Yeah. So I think we just checked off like 2 or 3 great questions, from making fun of Kip in foreign languages to have you been to Red Rocks yet, because she mentioned ABBA. So I think that brings up our next segment, which we want to give a shout out to our location this evening, Rapid Fire Foods, down here at Maria Empanada, 1700 Platte, location number 4. Chris, we're about to get this party started as soon as she gets debriefed, and we'll be ready to rock and roll.
Eh?
Are you ready?
What?
This is where we really throw you for a loop here.
Okay.
You remember that time you made fun of me for just knowing English like a dumb American? Well, that's totally understandable because it's deserved.
Oh,
but this is gonna be yeah, there we go. Translation, this or that. So we'll ask you which you like more. And usually this is where you get the truest answers out of a soul.
You just got to pick one that comes to mind.
Immediately.
Yeah, it's
Fire out of a cannon.
It's crazy.
Immediately.
You ready?
Okay, ready. I like that.
All right, here we go.
Dale.
Coffee or espresso?
Coffee.
Weed or weed or booze?
What is booze?
Alcohol.
Booze.
Vodka or gin martini?
None.
Okay, that's fair.
Thick or thin crust pizza?
Thin.
Nice.
Maradona or Messi?
Oh, mi Dios.
Oh, yes. That's awesome. Hell no, I just know about the hand of God.
You did it.
So Maradona,
Maradona?
So the next World Cup, if you could bring back Maradona, or you had the option of Messi, who are you choosing?
Oh, Dios, that's a difficult one.
Don't forget Maradona passed out from partying too hard
Correct,
in Russia.
you're right. So let's go to Messi. Messi.
Okay.
We're Team Maradona, if that's not a bad. We like to pass out in places.
Because that's fucking awesome because he kind of cheated.
All right,
Let's go
so
to
since
Messi.
you're a Colorado native,
Sí.
mountains or city?
Eh?
The mountains or the city?
Mountains,
right.
yes.
Wait. Can you just have her say that word again? Because this is what made
Which one?
Mountains.
what made your friend Guy Fieri loving with her again.
Mountains or city?
Mountains.
Oh, yes, I can see that. My guy,
Hold
Guy
on.
Fieri.
What
And
is
I'm
wrong
cool
with
being
that?
friends with him. I'm
Mountains.
So cool.
Mountains.
It's actually mountains.
Mountains.
Yeah, just keep run with that one. You've been
Mountains.
killing. Yeah, and if anyone tells you otherwise, tell them to fuck
I
a
know
goat.
you're doing good. Yes, mountains. Okay.
All right. Chimichurri or guacamole?
No, you can't compare that. Chimichurri forever, of course.
Oh, okay, go for it. All right, well.
Don't even compare it.
We had baked or fried empanada, but I'm kind of scared to ask that question now, Chris.
I think it's going to be fried.
Baked.
All right, the next one's
You're
on
just
you.
bullshitting because that's what y'all serve here. But at home, you're having fried.
I know you.
Just at home
VIP.
sometimes.
We're Team VIP now.
Exacto. You will try it.
We inducted ourselves. You're
Okay.
not out of the woods yet.
No,
We still got a few more.
¿More? Okay.
Just 3.
Okay.
4.
3. Dale, 4.
7.
Okay, 7.
Yeah. Keeping you on your toes. All right, Chris,
A
go
ver.
ahead.
Dale.
Malbec or Cabs?
Malbec.
European football or real football?
European football. Come on.
See how I did that? I patronized all you sons of bitches.
Barcelona. Oh, she like Barcelona.
Don't worry
You
about
like
it. That doesn't count.
Yes.
Soccer's not real.
Yes.
Let's get back to the focus here.
Okay. Hold on.
Breakfast or dinner?
No. In
What?
fairness
A ver,
to Lorena,
Victor.
in fairness to you, Lorena,
A ver.
you did not hear what this guy just
Oh,
said.
no. Hold on.
Soccer's
So
not
can
real.
you
That pissed
rewind?
you off. No, you gotta
My
listen. Yeah,
goodness.
rewind.
No.
Soccer's not real.
What?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I'm fighting you. Come on, I challenge you to a bout.
Football is not
I'm
real?
like 4 drinks deep.
No.
You want to fight?
No, para
You
un
wanna
cacho.
fight?
Para, frena.
Oh, they're reverting back to their old language.
Time out. I brought my own translator. Our producer and
No,
videographer is
para.
also my
Are you?
translator
No.
for Stoned Appetit South
A
America.
ver, primero principal decí fútbol. Decilo bien, fútbol.
I don't know what
Say
you're
right.
saying. Oh, you're
Say
saying
right
say
from
football?
the beginning.
Nah.
Football. Vamos.
Come on, let's focus on the task at hand. No, it's
Dale.
the worst. It's almost as bad as watching baseball on television.
Are
It's so
you
slow.
serious? No, can we cut this right now?
I'll cut
No
you.
more empanadas for this guy.
I'm not
No.
scared. I'm not
Okay,
scared.
now I'm getting divorced.
Yeah, let me ask you.